You could bring heathens into the temple. Both sides are wrong. They don't understand. What was his ultimate purpose? He was literally sent as a vessel to preach the gospel of grace to the Israelite foreigners to return back to the Lord through Yahushua. And it was based on their faith and not by the works of the law. You know?
Which is odd because he was able to speak various languages. He grew up as a Roman citizen.
Yep.
So who better to go to the Israelite foreigners?
And he was a doctor in the law.
Yep.
So he knew the law.
Born in Tarsus.
Yeah.
Spain, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't just he kept the common customs, he knew the detailed customs.
Yeah.
A lot of these scholars, these Christian scholars, they know. They're in denial, man. They're not invited to the party. They're saying. So think about it. The most special invitation in the history, in the universe of a man's life, you know, to partake in a service to the Most High Power Yahweh, man. You know, the highest service a man can have in his life. The blessings that come with it.
It said Hosea 4:6 said, "I will destroy you get destroyed for lack of knowledge. You will be no priest unto me." Yeah. So that's the highest level of service. Yeah. I'll tell you how about Shah.
So these other nations, they've always been jealous of that, man. They've always envied the Israelites, the sons of God. You know, they're in denial. Yeah, they don't. You best believe they listen to the apostles. For sure.
Yep.
And they're marvelous. To think, like you were saying, it made me think about it from their perspective. A lot of them in the seminary schools and all that, they chose this life. I didn't chose it, I had to spend tens of thousands of dollars, and then I'm denied still?
Time, effort.
These men out here,
these
regular men.
That can just off the street just get it?
How do they know these mysteries?
Because
Where did they learn them from?
in reality, we always knew it. It was just had to be educate to drawn out of us.
Stir up.
Yeah, the pure mind. Pure mind by way of remembrance. You know, it's like I always give the example. Like you learn something in school, and like say you're studying for a test, science, social studies, whatever it's for, and for that 2 weeks, whatever, you learning, and then after that you forget the shit. It's like we study this, and after 2 weeks, a month, years, we don't forget it. It becomes a part of us, you know. But if, like I said, even if you were studying for the bar or some shit, you're gonna. It's not embedded in you like this. Like the Spirit has embedded this truth in us.
Let me ask y'all about a movie. Then you got the precepts. Infinite. Y'all seen that movie Infinite? Mark Wahlberg. Well, it was talking about reincarnation.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that movie, right? And in one of them, he didn't know why. He was like, "Damn, I just created this sword." He was a swordsmith, and he didn't know why. He just shit he did in this life though. It was drawn from within him to bring that back. That he was back into that type of practice. It's no different than this. I'm just using the movie so you can kind of get it, but you know, same thing for us.
The spirit of the prophets are subject to the prophets. Hey, you know,
Very simple.
He told Daniel to stand in thy light, you know, in the last days. You know, this is 1 Corinthians 1:20 in the Amplified Bible. It says, "Where is the wise man or philosopher? Where is the scribe or scholar? Where is the debater, logician, or orator of this age? Has the Most High not exposed the foolishness of this world's wisdom? For since the world, through all its earthly wisdom, failed to recognize the Most High in his wisdom was well pleased through the foolishness of the message preached regarding salvation to save those who believe in a Mashiach and welcome him as Savior. For Jews demand signs, attesting miracles, and Greeks pursue worldly wisdom and philosophy. But we preach Yahushua crucified, a message which is to Jews a stumbling block that provokes their opposition, and to Gentiles foolishness, just utter nonsense. But to those who are the called, both Jews and Greeks, Yahushua is the power of the Most High and wisdom of the Most High. This is because the foolishness of the Most High is not foolishness at all, and is wiser than men, far beyond human comprehension. And the weakness of the Most High is stronger than men, far beyond the limits of human effort. Just look at your own calling, believers. Not many of you were considered wise according to human standards. Not many powerful or influential. Not many of high and noble birth. But the Most High has selected for his purpose the foolish things of the world to shame the wise, revealing their ignorance.
Right. So, why do you think they don't invite? They don't invite the apostles to have these, these back and forth, man. Debates, stuff like that, because the apostles actually have the real true wisdom of the scriptures, man. They will confound these professors, these fucking scholars, and you name them, these wise men, that claim to know it all.
Yeah. And the ones that do try to come and confront us, all they're gonna do is just show up and play word games, use word salad, talk in circles, cut you off, interrupt you, not let you make your point. Try to respond to your question with a question. They're just gonna play mind games with you instead of deal reasonably. They know they can't deal directly with us, especially when it comes to prophecy. You want to drown a Christian in deep waters? Go into prophecy. That's all you got to really do.
Especially Old Testament prophecy.
They want to argue with you about the virgin birth. They want to go into stuff like that.
They're not paying attention to what's actually happening.
Yeah. But even then, they end up showing their ignorance. The latest one in England, when they confronted the brothers out in London. He sent this little pet Christian first. He showed up and he tried to debate. And then when he realized that them brothers was 10 steps ahead of him, and there was nothing that he could really do, he got frustrated and just fell back and got quiet. And that's when the snake slithered in, and then him and the other pet Christian started going back and forth.
Seems like he always using niggas too.
Yeah.
That's like his new go-to now. Like, get it.
A lot of Jake ain't gonna even
Train Negroes.
Yeah. And they come up there looking the part,
Yeah.
like they want to learn, and then they come with their bullshit.
And they try to come with their little Christian psycho-Bible.
The brother just told me right now there was it looked like a Judite Southern Kingdom Jake, but they just pulled up on the LA brothers, the Spanish speaking LA. Don't want to deal in English.
Come on, man.
He didn't want to deal in English?
No, he wanted to deal in English.
Spanish.
Spanish. Which is fine.
Yeah.
But what are you up there trying to do? Frustrated?
Hey, when they was debating about the virgin birth thing, and they said that she I think one of them brought up how he would be of the seed of David.
Yeah.
And then one of the brothers was like, what Greek word is there for the word seed? Sperma.
We know.
How is he of the sperma
Of David.
if he's of a virgin birth? And then they went into the meaning of the word conceive. It literally means to take in seed.
To receive seed.
So someone, there's so many, like Luke 1, there's so many scriptures that go to the lineage. That
Matthew
like, Matthew 1, like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
It's right there.
Well, brother, it says right here in the text that it said before they came together.
Yeah.
What does come together mean?
Yeah. What was the timeline between Matthew and the Luke accounts?
Another,
Exactly.
when I was reading that, another something that was in there, it's a little sneaky little one. It said after the time of her purification. That's of the law. And why would she be defiled if the spirit, if the Most High impregnated?
Yeah, if a physical body didn't come at her, she wouldn't have to
literally
adhere to the law of purification.
They brother cut that Christian that time to come here. Remember, Christian came up and you asked him what law were they keeping, or what did she break the law, or did the Holy Spirit commit adultery? He's like,
espoused to him, but yeah, she's getting pregnant. You telling me that the Holy Spirit cracked Mary before Joseph?
Come
Come on, man.
Yeah, that's a cut right there.
And it sounds ridiculous, but the Christians made it. Yeah, the Christians made it that way. That's why a lot of people are turned off from the Bible because of Christianity.
Because look how weird this sounds. God can do all things. He can do whatever he wants. But he don't have to, though.
Right.
He can just have a man do it. Why would you imagine he could do the miraculous and have just impregnated? Not to say he can't. But he could just do that, though, and have a man do that. But then have born out of that regular like everybody else.
Yeah, it's like they're trying to claim. Their claim to us teaching that Joseph and Mary have sex is basically us. We're basically defying. We're defying his divinity.
Exactly.
But that's not true. Because we acknowledge that Melchizedek, he didn't have a father or a mother.
Exactly.
You know.
Yeah.
So the Lord, there's nothing the Lord can't do. All things are possible with him. But according to the Bible record, the true understanding of the record, the Lord was literally of the line of David through the seed. Because his father, Joseph, he was registered of the line of David. That was his pedigree.
Yeah, I mean, go right to Matthew, the first chapter. It tells you.
The genealogy, the generations.
Yeah, Christians get caught up with the word virgin, not understanding that it's two Hebrew words that makes up the one English word virgin. You know, that version in Isaiah 7, goes into young woman, which is Ayalama, right?
Yep.
You know? You got Bathwala, which means an untouched, untouched woman.
Yeah,
Untouched woman.
going back to that Ayalama, it's a young woman of marriageable age.
Right.
So that's the difference.
Yeah, marriageable. Sex.
Exactly.
Marriage. Past the flower or purification.
Right.
Puberty basically.
And then you want to know what they try to use now? What certain Christians try to use to say that he wasn't literally of the line of David. When the Lord basically, when he cursed Jeconiah, and said that basically your sons, I'm gonna cut them off from sitting. Like basically none of your sons will sit on the throne of David, right? And he was of the. If you read Matthew 1, he is in the generations of Yahushua, right? This was during the Babylonian period when they were exiled and they were captured and brought to Babylon. Jeconiah, he got the Lord cut him off, to where none of his seed line would be able to sit on the throne of David. So they'll try to say that, well, that's proof that Yahushua wasn't literally born of the line of David. But guess what? There were certain things that the Lord, him being the Son of the Most High, it was certain things that he was able to, and Shaquat just mentioned it. And there were certain parameters that the Lord was able to supersede. Like, only the priesthood was supposed to be for the sons of Aaron. But can we all be priests now?
That's right.
Of any tribe?
Under the order of who?
Right.
Melchizedek.
Come on, man. So, you can't use that either. Yahushua he's the special case. He's the ultimate exception. That's the Son of the Most High. Of course, he could sit on the throne of David, even if he's of the line where the Lord said, "I'm gonna cut your descendants off from sitting on the throne." He ain't finna cut his only begotten son from that privilege. So they be reaching. These Christians be reaching, man.
But that's not going to go around prophecy. Because prophecy said that he would sit on the throne. Prophecy said that he would rule the heathen with a rod of iron. You know? So Most High is going to, that's his word.
According to them, he's just materialized into the son of David, the throne of David. Yep.
There's Isaiah 11 at the top. And there shall come forth a rod out of the stem of Jesse. Basically saying what through that line, right? Through his lineage. It says, and a branch shall grow out of his roots, and the spirit of Yahweh shall rest upon him, the spirit of wisdom and understanding, the spirit of counsel and might, the spirit of knowledge and of the fear of Yahweh.
And that was a spirit that he was actually born with from the womb. That's why he was in the temple early, going in there and picking the brain of those doctors in the law. You know?
And verse 3, and shall make him of quick understanding in the fear of the Lord.
Hey, hold on, because I made an example about how they tried to use the Jeconiah thing to prove that the Lord wasn't a literal descendant of David, right? To show you that the Lord he's always operated to where certain things were exceptions. What about the firstborn?
Yeah, that's the spirit. That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
And
Manasseh was the firstborn.
Shit, Esau.
Esau. I was thinking that too. That's what I was thinking.
What, King Solomon, the fourth born?
Shit.
Right.
Going to see, man. Shit. Dang.
Yeah, man.
True.
Yeah.
But that's going back to separating the spirit, those that are spiritual then versus those that are carnal. And you have the spiritual discernment to be able to read between the lines sometimes. And say, okay, this is spiritual. This is not actually literally what they, you know, he's talking about.
God, well, look at King David. He was the youngest amongst his brothers.
Look at King David. King David was supposed to be put to death. You know? But the Most High had mercy upon him. He was beloved of the Most High.
Verse 3, it shall make him of quick understanding in the fear of the Lord, and he shall not judge after the sight of his eyes, neither reprove after the hearing of his ears. But with righteousness shall he judge the poor, and reprove with equity for the meek of the earth. And he shall smite the earth with the rod of his mouth, and with the breath of his lips shall he slay the wicked.
And then we can't forget also, the Lord said that there will be no end to the throne of David. Nathan, he told David that he's gonna have his seed. He's gonna raise his seed to sit upon the throne of David forever. And Solomon, his incarnation as Solomon, partially fulfilled that. But then he went off. So he had to be met with the what? Stripes of men. And that didn't fulfill during Solomon.
I got some. Genesis 49:10. The scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet, until Shiloh comes. It was a Yahushua. And unto him shall the gathering of the people be.
So his position was already set up before the foundation of the world.
Solidified.
It was already solidified, man. There were certain things that was done to even preserve the line of Judah, because Yahweh was going to come through Judah. He was going to spring forth out of Judah. Tamar, she was used. You know, that's why she's mentioned in Matthew 1. Ruth. She was another surrogate mother to bring forth another that same line. She birthed literally the great grandfather of David, King David, a Moabite woman. So brothers, you can get you a Moabite woman if you want. They hate us for that shit.
Yeah.
Man, hey, Jake ain't feeling the Judite woman, man.
Nah. I'm tapped
You
out.
better off just spilling in a Moabite chick nowadays.
Dinner be on the table.
Ammonite
Ammonite,
something.
a little bit cleaner.
Yeah.
Ammonite.
Yeah.
And they crave Jake scene too. Japanese women. 'Cause we can use any woman to bring the nation back. Whatever respective tribe you're from, you lay with any woman, that child is gonna come out the tribe you're from.
Ain't no half.
Ain't no have nothing. You know? You can knock down whatever, and it's gonna come back what you are.
That's right.
Yeah, the problem with Jake was, they was marrying the women of the other nation, serving their gods. That was the problem.
Yep.
And that, because who was that brought it up about Solomon? But he's like, what about David? David had women of the other nations too. So he didn't bow down to their gods.
Our father Abraham.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Hagar.
Hagar, yep.
Jacob,
Yeah.
Because Ephraim and Manasseh's mom was an Egyptian.
That's right. Yep.
Yeah, man.
They had a 12.
Yeah.
But they in the patriarch.
They still get their inheritance. Because we even got that, the law of the inheritance.
And that's where, even with the wife, the concubine, the heathen wife basically, can't get an inheritance. The natural wife got the inheritance, the Judite. So it stayed in they kept it in the family. You can come and be a part of it, but it ain't, like Ruth, they don't talk about Ruth getting passed down riches. She just gets mentioned because she continued the lineage. But that's an honor.
Yeah. Was it Boaz's brother that refused?
Yeah.
Because it was about the inheritance. You know? So you don't want to, okay, well, Boaz like, man, I'll do it. But him, because he didn't want to do it, that was a shame unto him. So Boaz, he did it and he got the land so that he would keep the inheritance in the family.
God, because when you take a look at the law of inheritance, you're supposed to be raising up seed unto your brother.
Yeah.
Scriptures give the specifics of that law if you choose not to do it. That woman basically spits in your face, man.
Yeah,
You know?
it's a shameful
That's
thing.
a shameful
He
thing.
didn't want to Judah
You
children.
know, I believe they also unloose the shoe,
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah. They're basically saying that land or that property doesn't belong. You have no inheritance, no dealings with it.
Yeah, man. I don't know if you had anything else.
That was everything.
Yes. All right, we'll close up. Hey, with that, we'll give all honor, all praise, and glory.
To Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakakodash.
No orders to the elder apostles and bishops of the great millstone, as always. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the elect. We're going to say shalom.
Shalom.